number of communications. May I have a motion and a second to accept the communications? Correct. One. All those in favor, please, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Can you post the bills, please? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with getting a motion and an introduction second. Here's the bills.
What do you want posted?
Ron? Questions? It should be.
The fiscal advisors and the document.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Fiscal advisors, 700.
Those are,
It's not very.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying
You know that?
it's on the second.
You have it there.
Let's try again. There we go. That's that.
Okay. Which one?
So the fiscal advisors and marketing team.
That's the group that Heather gets her on.
Is that the same purpose for the movies ratings?
That's, well, then you get the movie ratings after. Yeah.
So there's a charge of, I think, 3,000 there,
For movies?
Moody's investors, 3,500.
3,500.
Yeah, that's to get your ratings.
And the 717 for Barton and mobile programs.
Yes, I love the Emily. This friend.
Oh, Martin and Judas, that's, the planning board. Advisor, engineer.
All right.
Anything else? A roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Castellucci. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Brony.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
Okay, we'll start with resolutions introduced last week. The first is appointing commissioners of deeds. A roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Brony.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next resolution accepted fire department donation from Hudson Valley Sunrise. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
Third resolution authorizes the budget amendment related to housing. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro. Carried.
The next resolution authorizes OPEB plunge donations to fire department. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
for those of you who are unfamiliar with what we're doing, these are all resolutions that were introduced last week. So we don't have to go through the introduction and second reading process. And at some point, we will be dealing with resolutions that are due since then. And that requires a little more conversation. The next resolution authorizes Oakdale pledge donations to the youth department. A roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Aye. Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next resolution, accept the New York State Office of Parks and Recreation funding under the Environmental Protection Grant Program for Oakdale Park Improvement Project. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris.
Aye.
Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next resolution authorizes the memorandum of understanding of the Facility Center for Youth Department Summer Program. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris.
Aye.
Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts. Sorry.
Aye.
Thank you. Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next resolution authorizes the memorandum of understanding with the Facility Center for Youth Department Fall Program. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris.
Aye.
Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next resolution accepts senior center donations totaling $650. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
On our discussion last week, I'd like to entertain an introduction, a second to table the next resolution. Vicky and Dominic. Any roll call vote? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
So Tom, we're tabling that, but we're not going to come up with a
We will.
He has to be.
They couldn't provide them.
Yeah.
They're still negotiating. And the next resolution authorizes the mayor to execute an addendum to the master customer agreement with T2 system from Mobile Pay software. I need an introduction in a second. This has been cited by Jennifer and Dewan. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Castellucci.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris.
Aye.
Carnegie.
Abstain.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
Okay, new resolutions. As I do these voting, can you put them on?
Yep, just let me know what I'm putting up.
There should be an order. This one is authorizing budget amendment for 2024 expenses and code enforcement. Can I have introduction and a second? Margaret? Okay. First up. Any questions?
It's straightforward, right? It's just to put it forward until the insurance. You passed it, it's right after T2,
Where is it?
right after T2 systems.
Oh, got it.
There should be an order from here on out.
Got it.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Don?
It should be straightforward. It's just like we're just putting out front and then until the insurance covers. Yeah.
Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton.
Aye.
Castellucci. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Carnegie.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni. Star.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
Now, the next two resolutions, last week, we presented these as one. So we decided to split them apart because I think we can agree on one, the other one I think we're less inclined to the first one approves the attorney's force with the planning board to satisfy part of their required study preparation. This has always been the way, it's always been accepted in the past, and that's why we separated that. It's only good for about an hour and a half. An hour and a half of the training. Can I have an introduction in a second? Margaret? One. Anyone, why would you separate? Well, you'll see when we get to the next one.
Yeah, we voted on this earlier in the past, that the legal committee, I mean, the legal attorney fees was part of that.
Correct. So, roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Castellucci. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Fernhagen.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roni.
Aye.
Sarar.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
The next one is training, we're approving training from Unity Lab Software as part of their prior training. And we, I think, agreed last week that that really doesn't qualify. You know, they should really be doing more conventional training rather than whatever it is, software company.
Well, this is specialized, so I
Right.
think that, you know, because other planning boards are doing it, right?
Right.
So, I don't,
So first of all, Don, excuse me, can I get an introduction in a second? Margaret? What?
So which one is in the contract that the training was included?
No,
That's not-
the issue is
it's not about training,
The issue
this is
is they
about-
want to use software training to count for their 4 hours for training.
Basic. Okay. Basic just was. Tabling it to this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a little poll, please.
Councilmember Belton. No. Castellucci. Moranti.
no.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. No. Fernhagen.
No.
Roberts. Roni.
No.
Sarar. Volo.
No.
Presley Pietro.
No.
We have 4 ayes and 7 nays. The resolution was defeated.
The next resolution authorizes the mayor to execute an agreement with Integrated Technical Systems and supply and installation of multi-space parking station. An introduction and a second. Jennifer? Questions?
I would like to say
Sure.
something.
Yeah,
So,
question or comment? Sorry.
excellent. So this is a decision, the whole parking committee came up with. It's not good to be attacking one person or the other. Decision we all put together. I wanted to say that other parts of the warrant had been, I mean, the entire other warrant had been paying the dues and daily living like that, which can be paid the meters for the parking. It's really, we're following also the parking study that the city has to find other ways of revenues. And the idea is, I hope eventually, or actually in the near future, in the next meeting, the parking committee can start exploring ways to have permits for residents or primarily seniors and disabled people. We have to find a way to accommodate them as soon as possible. And, you know, we're just trying to really see this in all different ways. Hopefully we will have somebody to manage the parking department in an efficient way. But they will be losing revenue and we have to really move forward with this. So,
Thank you.
So Vicky, this is specifically about the metering from third.
And the Amtrak, and the parking on.
right. So, yeah, and about the parking, the Amtrak situation, I have to say I don't know a lot about it because I was never part of the Amtrak world. It's not fair for example being that night, and meets, we're all again together as part of the meeting, the decision of everyone's. And, this was brought up to us because, the city is losing money for those, long-term permits. And, again, we are, trying to explore other ways to, accommodate more people on that. But eventually we cannot survive, this 278 days, that, you know.
And to point out, this doesn't really speak to that, but it's a separate issue.
Yeah.
This is just putting in the kiosk down there. We can in the future, maybe change our mind about parking units. By the way, the key with this setup is you wouldn't even have to have permits. Just permits. You can enter into the computer who has a discount, who might be handicapped, and they would recognize through the handheld computer. So it's all possible. And that's going to be subject to future parking.
Yeah, I want to go back to the parking on one float.
Yeah.
So that's certainly. Third, second, and thirdly, you know, as I can imagine, one of the issues that was discussed in this first month was that businesses want to be able to have, you know, spaces where the space can be taken up by place, or, you know, their customers want some parking. Third to second is certainly big money. When you get to second, it's very much residential. The same argument about allowing access for the businesses of moving forward. What consideration can there be for residential permits? You have a car that's registered to an address on Warren Street or Old Second Street. Can people apply for another residential permit to park on? That's something that's been discussed.
Well, it can be discussed. It hasn't been discussed. And I'll tell you why. First of all, calling it residential is not appropriate because it isn't residential. It's a commercial district by definition, by zoning definition.
By zoning is business and residential.
Second of all, it's no more residential, really, in terms of people living there than any of the currently metered spots along Warren Street. These are many more multiple, buildings with multiple units. Down there, they're mainly single family units. And most of them have parking in the alleyways. So I don't think it really burdens it. However, if it does, we can certainly work out. I don't know if we can give it, right.
The reason I'm making the distinction between that plot and down front versus the other parts of Warren is that there was one of the arguments was came from the business community was that if people are parked all day in the same spot, then that is a problem in terms of parking from the business. Yes, I understand it's commercial, but there really aren't any businesses down there. And so I'm just making the case that perhaps some consideration would be given to have permits for residents from that part.
We can discuss that, but I point out that it's, first of all, as you know, 11 Warren Street is part of that.
Well, yes, but they would not get eligible for a residential permit.
Correct. So we do want that.
No, I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't either.
Just.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, she was mentioning about the resident.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can.
No, I mean, that's obviously, yeah. figuring that
Sure.
out, and I think we have-
No, we'll talk about it in the parking. We've got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary, did you want to say?
Yes, to add to that, it is, I disagree with you, Tom. It is more residential, and it's as much residential, the 100 block, and recognize I live on 100 block. And I do not have access to a garage in the alley, as many do not as well, some do. So I am prejudiced, but I will say that the 100 block is as residential as Union and Hamilton Street. The difference, there may be more people here, but they're living above commercial buildings. I think there's a real difference there. You have to recognize, we have to acknowledge and support the businesses that are on the street level. There are some businesses, but they are not impacted where there's a need for parking space. And indeed, during the daytime, when it would be metered, the only people who are down there are folks who live and are going in and out versus those who are doing the business. So, and those, they're including handicapped and senior individuals and others. There's a couple of buildings with multiple tenants. It would be a burden for them to have to find a parking spot, not on it.
Well, they can be able to find a parking spot, but just have to- there's no.
Yes, and then- Yes,
Yes,
and then, recognize that, but then if we're gonna do that, why not then hear the city? There's potential revenue there.
Well, because when people come to visit water, city of Hudson, they go to water, they're not gonna go out to Oakland. I mean, it's simple as that, and they really feel, what is really the distinction between, okay, one is the lower, it's residential, but there's residential 2-3 blocks up, and people, yeah, they have the business underneath, but there's tons of apartments from the third and up, all the way to the top of the water, and so how can we differentiate and say, oh, okay, this is residential, but you have a store down there, so you don't count, we don't count, and you count because you don't have a store. I think this is very, very difficult to separate and distinguish, but what we have to do is, first of all, take care of the seniors and disabled people, and we have to find out some, actually move as soon as possible in the next meeting, party.
Right.
We have some kind
The
of
kiosks are
ordinance
not the
for
right
those
way.
people.
There will be times between the next decision, should it go positive, and when the kiosks are put in.
It's gonna take time, the kiosks are not coming tomorrow, you know, we haven't even ordered them.
I
We're
understand.
talking
I
probably
will,
next.
I
year.
personally will abstain because,
No, you have an interest or whatever.
No problem.
well, I'm looking at my constituents on Lower Warren. And my constituents also live across the street.
Yeah, I totally understand. I would have done the same
Okay,
thing.
anybody, comment?
I think the key is the flexibility.
Yeah.
So we, having these kiosks first is that we don't need to market, because that, we don't need to mark the spots, right? Because that means, right? So it's going
Just in the
to,
Margaret, maybe.
right, so it's going to increase parking there. I think, Gary, some of the issues too is I think you're also seeing some overflow from Upper Warren Street coming down, people parking there and business going uptown, right, walking uptown.
That's true.
So I think there's gonna be flexibility. We talked about Mondays being free from, as possibilities. So there's gonna be a lot of flexibilities with these kiosks that we can give to the residents, that we
Couldn't, but.
right, that we can cater to the needs, like Vicky was saying. So I think it's a positive direction. It allows us a little bit more control of things, to give these permits and these relief to residents. So I think this is a good thing.
Thank you, madam. So that's all.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Saskaludi. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Aye. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roney.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
Thank you. The next, Crystal, you need your help here. This is seeker related to one of the laws, the next law, correct? Or is
It's
it-
the speed limit reduction law.
Yeah, even reductions. So we need to do it, we have to declare a type 2 action. Which means it's not subject to environmental review. Introduction and second. Margaret, go on. Any questions? Okay, we'll go vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Saskaludi. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Aye. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Roney.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo. Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
And the last resolution authorizes budget amendment for the city clerk, city treasurer telephone service. Very complicated. Can I have an introduction and second, Margaret? Second? No? Go on.
Is this like new charging that rules, or is it just, because I see that both of the ones, those are kind of like predictable charges.
Good question. Kind of, is everyone line?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good. Can you speak to that, Heather?
Yeah, so
We can't hear
sorry, I unmuted and muted myself all at the same time. Part of the problem here is that we used to have the services that are captured under the telephone expense used to get divided among 6 departments, including the assessor, code enforcement, and one other one that I can't remember. But anyway, those same charges are now only getting divided among 3 departments because the assessor only works from home, so has no city hall phone number. Code enforcement, as you know, moved to a different location, and whichever the third one is no longer there also. So part of it is just that that there wasn't enough budgeted because we weren't necessarily aware that those changes were going to happen.
Thank you. Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Deskaloury.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Mizan.
Aye.
Morris. Aye. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
President Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
So we get to vote on 2 laws tonight. Much discussed. Well, one we have to read through something. So the first one is the one related to restraint of animals. I have a motion as second to approve local law. John and Robert. Any further discussion or? can we go to the vote?
Tom, before the
Sorry.
council votes on this, can I just jump in?
Sure, of course.
One thing, I lost track of the laws that we were going to be voting on tonight. I just wanted to make sure that the minutes reflect that this law is also a type 2 action under seeker, not requiring additional environmental review. And the same would go for the filming law as well.
Should we? Meaning what?
It doesn't require a formal motion, but that should be reflected in the minutes that this is a type 2 action.
Okay, great, thank you, Chris. So, roll call vote. This, those are unfamiliar, this is a new law concerning the restraint of particularly dogs in the city. And humans. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Deskaloury. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Mizan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
President Pietro.
Aye. And the next local law, can I have an introduction in a second? Margaret and which has been worked on quite a bit, is to lower the speed limit throughout the entire city. We have some spots that are already. This lowers it, the entire city, with one exception, to 25. One exception or 2 exceptions are the street on Harry Howard, where they continue to be 20.
And entering Hudson from 90.
Oh, yeah.
It's a stretch that would be 35 for Harvard.
Right. Too big a jump. I will call vote, please.
Councilmember Belton. Deskaloury. Moranti.
I want to thank Margaret for the work on this and its long time coming back.
Mizan.
Aye.
Morris. Fairhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Brony.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
President Pietro.
Now, the next local law, we need a new introduction in a second because we're missing a section at the end. This is our local formula retail law. And I have an introduction in a second. And Devin. This is
Never vote on this tonight, but.
okay. Next, we have 2 resolutions related to other local laws. Because this is, the formula law has to go before planning board. They're mandatory to notice them, public hearing, And I need an introduction and a second for that. Margaret? Jennifer? And roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Escaludi. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Carnhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Roni.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
And the next resolution declares us as the lead agent in the secret in relation to this law. Can I have an introduction in a second? Margaret and Jennifer. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Belton. Aye. Escaludi. Aye. Moranti.
Aye.
Nissan.
Aye.
Morris. Carnhagen.
Aye.
Roberts. Roni.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Volo.
Aye.
Presley Pietro.
Aye.
Carried.
We have one more local law. This is the month of laws. So we can work on for that time. And this is creating a new element of the city code regarding filming within the city. Can I have an introduction in a second? Margaret and Vicky. So that's now on our desk. So, we come to the highlight of that. By the way, Roy, your letter has been introduced into communications.
Thank you.
I know the story, but I'm sure we'll find out. New business. So before, I know what we're all here for. Talk about the meters. Talk about the good cause eviction. First of all, let me say, this is already on our agenda. We obviously aren't voting on it tonight. And our attorney had prepared a memorandum, which, Crystal, can we share that with the public?
Yes, yeah, you can go ahead and share that with the public. That's
I'll
fine.
share it with the public, or maybe give me kind of the highlights, because there are a number, whether you know, I'm not sure what your familiarity is with the new ability to enact good cause eviction. But there are decisions that each municipality has to make. So I suggest, I'm happy to hear from you all tonight, but I also suggest that you attend our legal committee meeting, because that's where the real decision making is going to happen.
Well, look, we brought it up at our last legal committee, and
Excuse me, Margaret, by the way, is the chair of that committee.
Dominic and Tom brought this up as new business in our last legal committee, and Dominic is taking the lead on looking at the new law and how it might or might not apply in that soon, but that's where we'll be discussing it and then bringing recommendations.
But I know that many of you are here tonight and you'd like to express your support for us doing, we're definitely going to be doing something. If you're familiar with the law and the possibilities, you might want to recommend different aspects of it. I'm not sure how many of you are read deeply into what the dimensions of the law are, what the options are. It begins with the option to do it. The state has given us the option to continue to good cause eviction, which I suspect we will do. Pretty certain. But more importantly, it's what we decide to include in that.
Just some early things in my month-long research is that, first is that how many properties, and the time frame. This law sets in 10 years, a lot of the properties, anything new after 2010 isn't part of this law until 30 years. So there's a lot of, it's 28 pages long, this law. And there's some good things about it, but it's how it's going to affect us. And also that anyone who utilizes this law is going to need an attorney. That it's that complex. If you feel that it's going to affect your housing. So it is a complex law. There's only a certain amount of things we as city can change in the law. There's certain components. So, again, to try to figure out, I think everyone is here to speak. Just think where you live now. Is it going to be effective? Because there's a lot of restrictions if you, where you're living is going to be affected, if the law in that. So, I think that, some of the housing that we have, definitely is going to be affected. But how it's going to be affected is going to be, very, interesting to see what the law can do to, help our housing situation.
That being said, I'm sure many people here are not strictly concerned with their own housing situation, but the housing situation in general. I'm sure you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So let's, who would like to make a comment? I mean, first the council members. I don't know if there's really anything for us to say, but Rich.
Just an announcement of legal and parking committees all.
Oh, yeah, I meant to do that. Margaret, when's the next legal? Yeah, right.
It's the first.
So it's great that you're all here. and I hope you vote.
First Wednesday, 6 p.m.
What's that?
September 4th, 6 p.m.
September 4th, the next legal committee meeting where this will be probably a main topic of conversation. But again, you're still welcome to talk tonight. Voice your support, or anybody here who's against it. Just keep on it. Because we're starting to hear from people who are against it too. And frankly, I think most of the negative reactions are from people who think it has a greater extension than it really does. But anyway, Claire, would you like to speak? Sure.
Really quick, I've been trying to make caution in good faith before it was necessary to opt in. We've made it clear that it's necessary in our city, not just for tenants, but landlords alike. Tenants specifically cannot be beholden to the most predatory landlord because there is little to no repercussions for their actions. Because we weren't able to get it across the line previously, now is the time. With all the support that you see in the room, we need to make this happen. The city needs to take this opportunity to make it clear that we value people over profit, and it is time that we will fight for our community. When state leaders have failed to raise our concerns in the halls of the Senate and Assembly, we have the power to stake our claim now. I hope the council will do that and do what's right and pass a resolution when it's time.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, who are you? And
Thank you all for being here to the council. My name is Daniel Carmel. I'm an organizer with For the Many. For the Many is a grassroots org that is dedicated to keeping our communities of the Hudson Valley affordable for working families. Over the last several months, myself and many other people in this room have the privilege of knocking doors for Claire's campaign. And something that we heard over and over again, repeated back to us, was people being priced out of the area and people struggling to afford staying in this community. That's happening largely through absorbent rent hikes that this law would help curtail. The people that are able to stay in Hudson are deeply fearful of their ability to remain here. Before I was an educator, before I was an organizer, I was an educator here in Hudson and was able to see firsthand what the lack of stable housing in this area does to our youth. So like Claire and the other folks here tonight across the community, I would like to urge you to enact this law and the most stringent possible with the smallest portfolio size possible in terms of specific parameters.
right, as you know, I'm sure. Kingston, Albany, and Dixie have all gone with the.
And how deep it would be.
Not beacon, around one.
So that's the gold standard.
Right, so, yeah, we're ready.
Thank you for your time.
Tom, I do have, Daniel, I just got a question. So besides Hudson, I know I serve where I work, Funny County. Catskill, is there a movement for Catskill and also Greenport?
So I understand there is an active coalition right now for just getting it passed in Catskill.
What about Greenport?
I'm less sure on Greenport. Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, Kyle Wagner.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kaya. I'm a tenant in the food court and also an educator in the organization in the second floor. And I am very pleased to say that I have a landlord that is not predatory and maybe one of the best landlords in Hudson. So I want to up this. There are some landlords who are demonstrating that they can make a decent living, can maintain their housing, and not increase rent more than 5% a year as is, but unfortunately, that is the exception and not common. But they prove that it's possible to do it without preying on tenants. At the same time, I'm an employer, and we are struggling to maintain employment with many of our staff because of housing. We had a staff member who faced 30% rent increases 2 years in a row and has been moved to Troy area because of the inability to, without any improvements, without any justification, in a multi-unit building. So these are the kinds of things that, there's countless examples of this, where people who are core, essential, meaningful members of our community mentors, people who have multi-year, long-term relationships with young people, just who might earn relationships with. When those relationships get interrupted because somebody gets pushed out of the area, that has repercussions for so many people. It disrupts our ability to do what we do as organizations, as businesses, and it affects the lives of the people growing up here. I've also seen many of our alumni want to come back and contribute to this community in meaningful ways, and they would be huge assets to the community. Some of them would serve on this council, they would run businesses and be contributing members of this community, but are unable to secure reasonable housing, are unable to maintain housing. So I also urge us to pass the best version of the law possible, and I will spend some time looking more deeply into it so I can give you more specifics. Appreciate your time.
There's someone on the line, I can see the hand up there, I don't know who it is.
Rebecca Wolf.
Okay, Rebecca? You muted? Rebecca?
Says she's muted.
Rebecca, unmute yourself. Okay. Rebecca, we can't hear you. Well, in the meantime, anyone else who wants to? Yes. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, was there someone else?
That's okay.
Yeah.
He can wait.
Oh. So my name's Victoria. I'm a current tenant here in Hudson out on Columbia Street. And I would just like to echo what Daniel was saying and others about the best version of the law. And I would urge that we consider the portfolio size exemption at 1, like Kingston has done, like our neighbors have done, like Beacon has recently done. That exemption, the portfolio size 1 rental unit, prevents corporate landlords from exploiting a loophole through which they establish multiple LLCs. And that's badly needed here in Hudson. I know for myself, I've never even met my landlord. We have landlords who are using nameless or faceless property management companies to establish multiple LLCs, and they continue to exploit those of us who are renters and people who really make this city run. If we want people to live here, we need to pass the cause eviction at the strongest possible level. Thank you.
Sir?
Hi, my name is Bill Galvin. I'm a local attorney. I live in Hudson, but I represent many defendants and respondents and plaintiffs in both criminal and family courts who live in Hudson. I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, and I would echo the president's comment that this is an extremely modest reform to just rapacious landlordism. And I think that if anybody reads what a good cause eviction is, that it should be clear that this is a very, it should be easily passed, because so many people are getting shafted by unregulated landlords. And there are so many exemptions within the law already. I would also echo other people who have spoken to say the portfolio size should be at most 1. To that end.
Thank you. Anyone else? Well, I thank you all for coming out and showing your support for this. I hope we'll come September 4th to when the legal committee digs into it and decides those questions. I would like to think you're preaching to the choir and that we definitely do this, but you never know. Rebecca, are you still there? Do you still want to hate?
We have one more comment.
You again?
No, not me.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Is it okay if I speak?
Well, now,
Council President?
now that you move into Hudson.
Speaking for the idea that Hudson should hold communities and families and people, hold them to be stewards of the community that you serve, right? We have Golden Grocer, which is a business in the city of Hudson, a nonprofit. And we decided that food should be accessible to everyone who eats, and everybody eats because everybody's human, right? I think that should be passed along some way here. Right now, we have employees that are coming from Schenectady. We don't want to hire Schenectady people. I want to hire Hudsonians or Catskill folks or Cloud Rack or whatever, somebody in this town, somebody who can benefit from the tax breaks and all the things that can come with living here. But I also noticed that they can't afford to live here even if they wanted to live here. We're losing two really good people. We don't know where they may go. They can't stay here. If we keep losing people, we still have businesses. I'm just curious. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn?
A second. Margaret, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?